Abusia, I had the former Minister of Information, Honorable Oppong Nkrumah, I didn't seem to the effort, the upcoming 31st 2026 election, I so within the New Patriotic Party. And in some which you say, the various candidates, no more achita for or more cassetia the other opponent, no Sanyo man, Emma, the New Patriotic Party, NPP, a look unattractive. Now, somewhere Sanyo man, among other outsiders in taking the New Patriotic serious. Also, Chidubu say the 31st election year just a small part of the New Patriotic Party tax. Now, the bigger tax in the year 2028 January election. And now, also, according to our research, and then the findings in BBA, say after the 31st election, Dr. BAWUMIA will emerge victorious. Also, can send me for the positive voting debate about what the New Patriotic Party. Obusia Jimeni ko ti Honorable Oppong Nkrumah abra o change nsimbo.
Yes, elections committee no. Ese omo mpese proxy voters. And I say proxy vote ebe ye djuma e wa ba ye kwa akoto mu. Adenti em so omo se camps ni bia complain so omo suru say obi ebe yisu proxy vote e de wi abani mu.
Okay.
And I say proxy vote abi betumi ato different from the anipa na
original
or cast on better man on waka. And until no may take his decision. Me tia name na kakra. San say ye koto aba. Me na na brewa na ni enye no. You could na booth no more to me catch the is official and some pesa abana any bit team mame. Yen kase
penny pass message facing any mame.
Yen kase there's a risk say abana bit team mama on one party. Intino ye ma abana enkonkoto ma no. Se eye adwuma saa ma ne ye a me gidi say focus no ne kwan e be fast we make sure say mrana e allow proxy voting no e be ye adwuma
so constitution no say it's allowed some pay.
Yes. Now proxy voting no sebe enye wo na be so ya ko gina wo say wo beto amame o.
De me pe
me e sign say me wo gidie e wo mu said the America seto mano no wo beto amano no e na me di mitumi mma wo se kona kotoma because me ntumi mfia bochire mbeto nti adenti na wo a wote nchen no usuro se me di mitumi me na me di mitumi ama abana usuro se me di mitumi ma abana bakwa akoto ama different candidates me na me se me gini di na me di me proxy vote ama ne so nkonkoto mame na wo a wote nchen no e o problem but me ti say election committee ne say enu nti no proxy vote and I say matters say petitions
because almost what raise concerns say sikasema fe no be chat secretary dey abane adenti
and until am rano allow for proxy vote ade bia ye proxy vote ho eduma no enti baby omo behwe dey ne pomasi beba na fi asem na ye simple dey ato 31st ye dey beba and na dey obewini no e was so but we near we
enti uni mo wakomom dey obewini ana why na wini
Minimakum. Makajo said Dr. BAWUMIA na me supporting.
Okay.
One of the reasons for which I'm supporting, apart from everything, so is the fact that minim say obe winning at the end of the day.
Oh, to win so obe winning.
Me, makumemu minim say. So we hear nanti aya nanti across the country. Near our central region, Monday area, ya nanti across the country. To the be okasa me, I'm a kujina bonting. Na me ne delegates ni bidinke kauni ade edi nkomo. Edano ye call back o tema. Peni ba okache mse on tuma BAWUMIA. I'm saying, okay, didn't know too much about me. I say, chairman, we say, we may he or supported BAWUMIA. Intin I meant to. I'm a friend, no one in your no baby, no big and I'm so they are okay. No one any dinkum. No so BAWUMIA and Cassan, on your mission, on all the correct person. And I chairman, we went hint here. But meaning Kofu did dinkum, your coroner there, obvious to me, sir, obey winning. But me, big point in here, NPP 4. Sa kasa na we akujina no attack we na we abegina TV so no attack we ni ade e my party no nya kono utumi support o candidate by nkoso pa obi
okay
kan ho asempa na nka ye be wie no na ye easy ase nyina ye beto abasako mu ya be ku baako na na da ndisi aban e da dai oba no abeka se revenue ni kosoro batu be hwem revenue no so ate o ka 50 million on fe ma no abeka 400 million nanka ye nyina yetumi ayepempe so anankwa na ye hold the ndc aman no to account yanye ne saa na se bi mu ye o madwin som de bia yense mu nko ade a ye party no mu be de aman we didn't handle them well There were ways in which party people behaved that angered a lot of people, and they said they won't vote. Sometimes when we're having elections, I watch your station, we're having primaries. Party person goes to vote, he gets given money by somebody, he comes to stand on TV, this one give me that, this one give me that. It just annoys everybody, and you see people say, that had nothing to do with the candidate. So we lost not because of BAWUMIA. BAWUMIA is a very strong candidate. He's the most qualified person to be president of the Republic of Ghana on our side. He's a very deep thinker, lots of good ideas. He has great character, and that is why we support him. So our loss is not because of him. We've done deep research, some of which has been published. It has nothing to do with him.
But there are people in your party who believe that you guys are shielding Dr. BAWUMIA too much. You're weathering the storm. Dr. BAWUMIA is at the back, and it looks like he's the golden child.
He's not. BAWUMIA has come to the table and has admitted where he also thinks that we went wrong and what we need to do. He's even apologized on some of those ones. We have to take collective responsibility. But I'm saying that when it comes to the choice, it's not about BAWUMIA. Those who are making those narratives and allegations are people who want to become flag bearer of the party. And what they want to do is to say bad things about him so that people lose faith in him and go. We have seen this thing before. So that is really not the problem. The real problem is that we as a party need to reorganize ourselves. We have to get better at uniting. We have to get better at policy development within the party. Not that one person gets up and he feels this way, so he's announcing it, but there's a more concerted effort in organizing and announcing policy. We have to build better monitoring and evaluating mechanisms for our own programs that we introduce. Those are the hard things we need to do as a party. So it's not about BAWUMIA. When it comes to the choice, we are of the view that BAWUMIA is the best choice for us. And that is why many of us are supporting him.
But he's the one who's going to be on the ticket. If he wins, at this point, you are putting you have put your eggs in the BAWUMIA basket. As
many have also put their eggs in other baskets. It's okay. It's a democracy in which we are. I have a view, other people have views. We'll go for the election on the 31st. Whoever wins, we'll all come together. We should all come together and support him. I am of the view that this is the best person for us. And I'm canvassing votes for him. Others believe that somebody else. They're also canvassing votes. That's not Dixon came here. He believes that Brian Champon is the right person. He's canvassing votes for him. I'm canvassing votes for my candidate. When we finish, we'll get together and then we'll move forward. But the real hard work is in rebuilding the NPP, the structures of the party, the policy depth, monitoring and evaluation mechanisms, how we organize ourselves to be attractive to young people, how we organize ourselves to be attractive to our grassroots. Those are the real hard things we need to do, not religious and ethnic bigotry against BAWUMIA or something.
I reference Global Info Analytics in some of the polling they've done and their report, and they talk about how, within the party, Dr. BAWUMIA still has a certain vibe that people still...
The majority of people in the party
they still buy into. Yes. But beyond the NPP, outside of the party, Dr. BAWUMIA isn't looking formidable. It's also the argument that some of your opponents...
That is a rub-off of how the NPP as a brand is seen in Ghana today. In Ghana today, the NPP is not the most popular political party. Whoever is, leading the NPP today in Ghana, if you cast the bigger Ghanaian picture, because of how the NPP in our last, let's say, 4 years came across, because of how elements in the NPP today are busy attacking each other, the NPP is not the most attractive political force there. So those are the things we have to deal with so that when we pick our candidate, those things that undermine what our brand looks like, those things will be taken off.
Isn't a candidate synonymous to the party? At this point, when you talk about NDC, everybody knows John Dramani Mahama.
Yeah, but this is the interesting thing. So John Dramani Mahama is not going to be on the ticket for 2025. So what the NDC needs to do is to ensure, and not just the NDC, all political parties need to do is to ensure that the party itself is cleaned up, has clarity of its ideas, has clarity of its proposals, distinct even from the persons who are leading it. If parties focus on doing that, it becomes very easy for people to make a choice. In the UK and in other places, people make a choice that I'm a supporter of the Conservative Party, not because of Kemi Badenoch or Rishi Sunak, but because I believe in conservative ideas and their policies that they bring. I am a member of the Labour Party, not necessarily because of Keir Starmer or, Tony Blair, but because I believe in the Labour orientation and the policies they bring. And I'm saying to you that that is where we are going with our party.
Okay. We've asked questions on ABC in the morning where I've spoken to some of your party communicators and leaders, and there's a concern that the NPP as a party has a system candidate. That system candidate is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
So which one is the system today?
The NPP system, your system.
What system is that? I thought they meant that when we were in power, the system of power was supporting a particular candidate.
No, at this point...
We're not in power. You know, they used to make that argument that, oh, people were whipped in line. Me, nobody can whip me in line to support. If I don't support you, nobody can whip me in line to support you.
So let's say...
All of us, with the greatest of respect, have brains. We've looked at the candidates, and people have made their choices. If the majority of the candidates are not supporting, or if the majority of people are not supporting your candidate, please don't come and tell us that it's because this one is a system candidate.
So you believe that you've pitched your tent at the right place?
I know I have pitched my tent at the right place. I am clear in my mind as I have compared all the candidates. I know them, I've worked with them. I know all of them. They are all party people. They all mean well for the party. I have looked at them, I've worked with them, and I'm clear in my mind that the one who is our best bet to lead this party is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
If the best bet isn't chosen.
The bigger task even after the 31st of January. You know, the thing doesn't end with who is selected as candidate. That's the least issue. The real work the NPP has to do is in rebuilding the party. Go to the campuses and ask, we did a poll quite recently, ask how many students here are TESCON members?
Mama! Hello, my darling Mama.
You will be shocked at the numbers. The real job of the NPP is how to rebuild the party to be attractive, for example, on the campuses. The party to be attractive in the places that matter. The party to win the hearts and minds of people, for people to believe that this party clearly thinks through its policies and programs. When they have an opportunity, they apply it in a way that even when they are matters, they're able to deal with it. Kemi Bednock was just saying, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, that when they lost power, it's taken them about a year to prepare their new policies. 1 year to go back into the drawing board, figure out where they want. That is a party. This is the real work we have to do. It's not about Bawumia and Kennedy and Brian and those.
I mean, you want
that one. The choice is simple. Everybody will make his choice. On 31st, we'll decide. One of them will win. I'm clear in my mind that the person supported by the majority is Dr. Bawumia. But I'm saying to you, Abena, with the greatest of respect, that the real task we have is beyond the 31st. How to rebuild our party to make it a strong, attractive, formidable, attractive party to various key stakeholder groups so that the party can win power.
Finally, on Dr. Bawumia.
And govern to the satisfaction of people.
Finally, on your primaries, I know you are very active on social media. You see the jabs, you see the bullets that you're shooting at each other in this race. Do you think your party will be able to come together?
We should tone down on that. I mean, I've been on record over and over again that all of those people getting on social media and on campaign platforms and attacking each other is totally unhelpful to the party. You can campaign by talking about the strengths of your candidate and what he can do, but any campaign that seeks to undermine any other candidate or attack any other candidate ends up undermining the collective party brand. And it is not helpful in any way to the party cause. And so let me take advantage of your platform to admonish our party supporters, supporters of various candidates and the candidates themselves to conduct their campaigns decently, focus on the kind of reforms and things that you can do, and stop the unnecessary attacks, because it hurts the party more than it benefits you in the long run. And we need to conduct ourselves in a way that by the time we are done, it's easy for us to work together.
Honorable Oppong Nkrumah, this is your third term in Parliament. Already your name has been in conversations about one day leading the NPP. Do you want to lead the NPP one day?
I do my work based on a task I'm given at a point in time, and I do my best at it. When I finished school, I had never thought about being a journalist like you're doing now. I was given a job at Joy FM to be host of Joy FM's breakfast show. I gave it my best shot. I did it to the best of my ability till I got to a point where I thought I needed to move on to pursue my personal interests, which was law and business. While I was doing it, I was invited to come and serve as a member of parliament. I struggled with the decision. I took the decision, made myself available. This is my third term. I've been doing my best both in my constituency and in parliament. There have been times when I've been asked to come and serve as vice chairman of the party's manifesto committee. I'll do my best at it. I've now been asked to serve as ranking member of the Committee on Economy. That's why you invited me here. I'll do my best at it. So I'm not one who walks around with ambition that I want to lead this, I want to do that. No. I take a job I'm given, I do my best at it. So no, I don't walk around with that ambition.
Well, let me take you back to when you were called by your own constituency to lead the constituency. You talk, and I've heard you talk about it a number of times, how it was a burden on you, you had to think about it. In any case, your people call on you, say in 8 years' time, in 12 years' time, they come to you, Kojo, we want you to lead the NPP. I mean, what will be the decision? I'm sure by now
you're asking me to be a clairvoyant. Don't get moved by the praises of men and by the fans of people. You need to do a good job asking yourself whether you have the appetite, whether it is God's calling for your life. When I was on radio, if you ask me that, can you forecast whether you will say yes if you are asked to become an MP? I would not be able to do that. In the same way, I cannot forecast what my response to anything will be in the future is. Today I have a job. I do it to the best of my ability. What God wills for man is what will happen at the end of the day.
So you don't have a midterm plan. You don't have a long-term plan.
My core plan in my life has always been to do my law and my business, which is what I've been doing. There are things that people call you up to do at points in time. You ask yourself questions. You go deep. You commune with the Spirit. You get advice, and if it is something that you are sensed to believe you can do, or then take it up. As I sit here, I can't make any such predictions.
Honorable Oppong, we wish you the very best.